Hello and welcome to ETP029 using videos for your classes. I am Professor Burgess and I am here to just kind of give you a quick tip on how to create a verbal essay question in your D2L course shell so that your students can answer essay questions verbally using the video note tool instead of having to type their answers into the text box. Sometimes some students may find it easier or more comfortable to answer a question verbally, and they can do that on the spot using the video note tool within your exams and assessments. Now, in order to use this does work with HonorLock. I've already used it in my own classes, and it does work with HonorLock. It also works with the Lockdown browser, and this is because the video note tool is built into D2L. So the students do not have to leave the quiz or the exam. They do not have to exit, create a video, and then enter back in. It can all be done all directly within D2L. They simply record their answer, embedded into the answer. It's automatically embedded into the answer box, and then all you have to do is watch the answer. Again, some students will find it more comfortable to be able to kind of talk their way through an answer as opposed to type it. So I've created a short quiz here, just trying out a verbal essay question. I'm going to enter into the building portion of this exam here. Just open this up and I'm going to click on add or edit questions. I'm adding a question just like I would in any other type of assessment in D2L. Click on add edit question and I click on the down arrow menu to add a new question. Now, in order to create a new question in which students can give you a verbal response, the only question type that you can do this with is known as a written response. It will not work for any of the other question types. You can use video note as an editor, as someone creating a question in other question types, but you cannot use it for student responses. So student responses as video or verbal response can only be done through the written response question type. So click on written response. I've already typed up a question and copied it, so I'm just gonna paste it here for time's sake. And you can see, what do you think about using the verbal response instead of a written one? In order for students, you can see here on the right is my preview box. Now, normally the students, this is what it would look like, and the students would be required to type their answer in. If you want them to have the option to answer you verbally, you can click on Enable HTML Editor for Learner Responses. By clicking this box, you have now made available to the students the insert tool that allows them to add a video note. You should, of course, before an exam, you should provide the students with some type of screen capture video that will show them how to use that video note tool. They need to know how to use the tool prior to an exam. You certainly don't want to put this in the exam without teaching them how to use this particular tool to begin with. So that's really important that you do that before the exam time. I'm sure everybody can relate. You can also, in this particular type of question type, you can allow them to insert images or attachments. Maybe you might have something that they have to prepare ahead of time and they would upload it here in the exam. I don't use that particular tool, but it is available to you if you want to use it. I also want to recommend to you, in keeping with universal design, that you want to provide students with options. So in this particular question type, I would also add in here, you may answer this question using the video note tool or as a written response. Some students may not want to record a video. They may not want to show their background, or it's really noisy. They don't necessarily want to do it at that point in time. So in that case, you want to provide options. Some students would rather write their response. Some students would rather give it verbally. But by providing the students with options, they're more comfortable taking the exam, and you're more likely to get better answers, more thorough, well thought out, and students can kind of talk their way through it, kind of like thinking out loud. Once you've written your question, remember it always has to be a written response question. You can click Save. and now your question is available. If you would like to see what this question looks like as a student, I'm going to suggest to you to go ahead and take this actual quiz. I created this quiz in our D2L course shell. You can access it by simply clicking on Assessments, Quizzes and Tests, and it will take you to the Trying Out a Verbal Essay question. Feel free to go ahead and take the quiz, leave me a response to see how it works, and I'm looking forward to seeing your answers. Have a great day.